Because today is Valentine's Day, I thought it would be fun to take a look at every single one of my Valentine's Funko Pops. Starting with an ad icon, which is the Pillsbury Doughboy, and there's not really that much that's different about him, but he is holding a Be Mine heart. Throughout the years, Funko actually made a bunch of different versions of the Pillsbury Doughboy for pretty much every holiday. And I think the only one they didn't do would be, I think, Halloween. That might be it. Because we've got Christmas, Valentine's Day, Easter, I think even St. Patrick's Day. So Funko, if you're watching, I would love for you to continue them. Maybe a 4th of July, that could be cool. And also, taking a look at the back of the box, I just love how cute that photo is. Now, speaking of characters just holding hearts, we've got this one here, the Valentine's Day Stitch, which is literally just that. And now, don't get me wrong, I like Stitch just as much as the next guy, but I do think it's a little bit lazy. Like, some more detail could have been nice. Or maybe if they did something that was like a 2-pack of Stitch giving Angel something, like maybe a little Be Mine heart like it is here, but the two of them together, that could have been cool. And I guess the fact that he's sitting is a little bit different, because normally Stitch is standing, so I guess I'll give him that. And now I figure because today is Valentine's Day, while I'm showing off my collection, I was also going to mix in a couple other Valentine's Day Funko items, like this one here, the Valentines Day cards that came out this year. If you guys don't know, inside you get a card, and then I believe taped to the front is a button, and there are a bunch of different ones that you can get, so let's crack them open. There are also a couple different versions of these two. I believe it was Disney and Harry Potter, at least that's what my Walmart had. And so let's see what these guys are looking like. Oh, okay, so they're a little bit smaller than I expected, and I think there are 10 inside, but those on the back are the different buttons you can get. Yeah, it's 10. So pretty neat, and we've got like Donald, which looks really great, and then we've got a Minnie Mouse, and I'm wondering which ones they doubled up on, because there's not as many buttons as there are cards, so I don't know. But if I were to guess, it's probably the main characters like Mickey and Minnie, and I think, yeah, they doubled up on Mickey, they doubled up on Minnie, and then I think that's it. Which I guess makes sense, and I think out of all of these ones here, I probably like these two the best. I don't know, there's something about them that I really enjoy. Now let's take a look at another Disney figure, and this one is pretty great. Also, I'm just noticing something which I'll show you guys in a second, but the one that I'm talking about is the Valentine's Day Jack Skellington, and I really do like that they switched over the circle here to be a heart. This one was actually from the first ever Hot Topic Expo that happened last year, and I gotta say, the figure's looking really great. And then the thing that I was talking about was with this here. I didn't know, but apparently Winnie the Pooh has the exact same box. And so I'm hoping that they keep up with that in the future, because it would be really cool to have all of the Disney Valentine's Day ones in these right here. It'd be cool to, like, over the years, have like new ones just released randomly. And now I really do enjoy the Jack Skellington, but I feel like this flocked Winnie the Pooh, it just takes the cake. Because of the amount of detail that Funko gave it, like the way they didn't flock his eyes, so they're like super vibrant, and then also how fluffy Winnie the Pooh is, it's perfect. Oh no, wait. Oh, I just noticed now. Winnie the Pooh only has one wing. Dang it, I've had this guy for like, what, when did this release? I think at least 2 years now. Yeah, it came out in 2020. That's too bad. And I guess I just noticed now, but you know what? They have been restocking a lot of figures recently. Maybe they'll restock this one. I hope so, because I would love to have one completely intact. There's not much you can do about it now. So anyways, let's get on to the next figure, which is, I don't know if you can really count this one as a Valentine's Day one, but it seemed like, I don't know, let me just show you guys and I'll see what you think. I mean, it is the Love-A-Lot Bear. And so I feel like when you think of Love-A-Lot Bear, even though it might not be specifically Valentine's Day, it is definitely close. And I also picked the Entertainment Earth exclusive, where this one is translucent with glitter inside. It's also the only version that I had, but I still think it is a really great one, and I kind of want to take it out of the box to see exactly how translucent this figure is. And you know what? I gotta say, that is pretty translucent. Like, I think if you look closely, you can actually see the eyes through the figure. Pretty neat. And this is the original wave of the Care Bears ones that came out, I think it was like back in 2018. Wow, it's almost 5 years ago now. And I remember when they first released, I was trying to get like every variant of the character, because almost every single one had one. I think the only one that didn't was Tender Heart Bear. And if you guys want to take a look at the entire original wave, here they are. And now I guess I probably should have shown off this next figure with Pooh Bear, but I guess it's fine to do it now. It's actually the Pooh Bear flocked one that released this year, or I guess last year now. But you might might still be able to find it in stores. I'm not exactly sure, but this is from, 2022. And if you guys want to check it out, it is a pink version of Pooh Bear. And I'm not exactly sure if this is a Valentine's Day one, but it's him with flowers. He's completely pink. Of course it is. And I'm wondering, maybe on the inside it actually says, Winnie the Pooh Cherry Blossom. So maybe very similar to Love-A-Lot Bear. It's not Valentine's Day and it just happens to be pink and released around Valentine's Day. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm sure you guys will count it. And anyways, this is a really nice figure. I like the kind of like softer pinks, the more cherry blossom pinks that they chose. You see what I did there? And I don't know, it's just a really well done figure. And again, very similar to the other Pooh Bear when they flocked it. I like how they didn't flock everything. So his shirt isn't flocked, as well as his eyes, nose, and the cherry blossoms. So it kind of makes his fur stand out a little bit more. Now let's get into another random Valentine's Day item. And the one that I want to show you guys here is the Star Wars Valentine's Day Something Wild. You know what's funny? I have so many different versions of this game, but I don't think I've ever actually like sat down and played. But today I wanted to take a look at the cards to see all of the characters on them. Because I remember it was maybe like, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago at this point, I opened up the Mickey and Friends one, and inside was a Pete character that does not have a figure. So I thought maybe with these Valentine's Day ones, we'd be able to find one that doesn't actually have a pop. It'll be fun to check. And also, before we do that, if you guys want to take a look at the mini Darth Vader that comes inside, here he is. Ooh, super satisfying on the takeoff there. But now let's find out what we've got. So there's the Darth Vader on the front there, which we've seen. We've got R2-D2, Princess Leia, and C-3PO. Okay, you know what? Let me take a look at the back of this box to see if they're on there. He's not for this one, and then for the newer wave, he's not, and neither is, let me check this here. No, there isn't. I'm trying to hide them before I show you guys the figures, but it looks like these two here don't actually have pops. Let me know if you guys have seen these before. Because I'm going to be honest, there is a lot of them, and oh, this definitely does not. I mean, there is not a Han Solo. Maybe I'm missing an entire wave here? I don't know. But like, I know for a fact this one is, and oh, this Luke is definitely not a figure. Super interesting. And so that's why I figured we would go through these today, and it looks like that's it. Like, is there another card maybe that's mixed in here? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so cool. Like 2 or 3 ones that don't actually have figures. And I guess now that we're on the topic of Star Wars Valentine's Day figures, let's get into them, because they are honestly probably some of the most detailed Valentine's Day figures that I've got. Or dare I say, the most detailed that Funko has ever created, because they went all out with the boxes as well as the figures. Because if you take a look here on the front, it actually says number 417 with the heart around it, and then on the top you can even write to and from, which I really enjoy. And then when you take them out of the box, there's even more going on, because with the Darth Vader one here, if you look on the base, it's completely red instead of the normal black. He's also holding a box of chocolates, and then every single one of them has a quote. So on this it says, "Join the heart side." Like, come on, take a look at that. Oh, and then also the cards on the inside have also been turned into Valentine's Day stuff. So you can see it's a pattern of like a bunch of the characters and the hearts in between. And as you guys can tell from the cards, that's not the only one that I've got, because we also have the Chewbacca holding a giant box of chocolate. This one here is also like a darker red too, probably to go with like the darker color of his fur, because if you'll notice, it's kind of like opposite of what the Darth Vader was. And if you're wondering on a quote for Chewbacca, it says, "I choose you." And then we've got Yoda, and this one, the quote says, "Mine will you be," just like he would say it. And he's also holding a giant box of chocolates, and actually now that I'm looking at it, for the first wave, I believe every single one of them had that. Yeah, they are. You know what? I thought some of them were holding flowers, but nope, not for this one. Oh, and I also gotta say that I really enjoy how he's got the cane up in the air a little bit, kind of like he's holding it or like about to move. It's kind of fun. And then everybody, we've got this one for the first wave, which is, yes, also a part of it. It's kind of funny. This one here was a Funko Shop exclusive, and normally they don't put exclusives on the back of the box, but for this wave they did, and I'm not exactly sure why. And also, I don't believe that I have the Stormtrooper in my collection. I did a bunch of digging in my holiday box, and I could not find it anywhere, so it must just be the 4. Oh, and something that I really enjoyed about this one is the fact that they actually turn him to the side. He's got his third leg out, and then he also has the chocolate in front of him, and I don't think they've ever done like a side looking or like a side eye kind of R2-D2. I don't exactly know what you would call it. And now for this one, I actually have to take him out of the box to check the quote, because it's on the back side. It says, "You are too cute." And then for this next one here, it's actually part of Wave 2. I was not able to get any from Wave 3 yet, or at least I haven't picked up any. I think I saw some over at Hot Topic a long time ago, but it was way too early for me to get Valentine's Day stuff, and then they sold out and never went back. So if I see them in stores, I will probably pick them up. It's just for now, I don't have any. If you guys want to check out the new wave of them though, here they are. They do look pretty nice. And anyways, let's take a look at the Luke Skywalker with Grogu, which is a really great one because look at them. They're holding a little kind of like paper cutout heart. I like it. Also, something that I did find really funny is that Luke's holding one side and then Grogu's holding the other. And it says at the bottom here, may the Force be with us. And then the other one that I've got here is actually, I believe it was a Target exclusive, but we got it here in Canada over at Walmart. It's the Mandalorian with Grogu again. And for this one, Grogu's holding a little I Heart You. Again, a super, super cute one. And I also wanted to show you guys the back side here because there are 3 others that I do not have. We've got Grogu with cookies, the Mandalorian holding like a love letter, we'll say, and then Ahsoka with a box of chocolates. And I gotta say, I really do enjoy that they swapped it up for this line. Like, it wasn't just every single character holding a box of chocolates, it kind of shakes it up a little. And now, everybody, we've got one more thing for today, and it's a box of mini Funko Pops. I thought it would be fun to save it for this video when we were opening up everything, so I have no clue what it's gonna look like inside. And if you guys didn't know, they've actually done this for now Valentine's Day and Christmas over at Walmart. And now really quickly, before I do crack it open, if you guys want to check out what it's looking like without the wrapping on it, we've got the 4 figures on the front, and then on the back you can write some little notes as well as the ingredients in the middle there. Or actually, now that I say that, it's not the ingredients, it's the nutrition facts. You know what I mean. And so I guess everybody, I'll show you first. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Oh, and I guess I did say a minute ago that I didn't have all of the characters from the newer wave, but hey, they're all right here, just a little bit smaller. And now let me see if I can get one of these out of here just to show you guys a little bit closer up. But the problem is they're a little bit stuck in there and I don't want to wreck them. Maybe if I push it from the back. Ooh, there we go. And well, anyways, there it is right there. And I think maybe that Grogu and Luke's hand might be the smallest Funko Pop ever. We'll have to test it out. But that there is definitely for a later date. And anyways, I hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day and I'll see you tomorrow.